we're in a different environment now. Tell us about what we're looking at here.
Yeah, this is Keysbeck Hill Farm, John Simpson's, often called the granary. And you can see here John's arable margin on the left. Here's the crop on the right. If you look down into this crop on the right, you'll see a perfectly good crop of wheat. It's been sprayed, it's been fertilised, it's going to produce quite a lot of corn, but look down into it, there's not a weed to be seen, not a flower of any description.
And then moving over here to the margin.
Yeah, we go over, just step over to the margin. This bit hasn't been sprayed. There are some plants that we've put in from the Cornfield Flowers Project, and you can see corn marigold and cornflower in particular flowering away in here. But also if you look down into the stuff itself, here's look at a little scarlet pimpernel down there. But all this is chickweed that's been flowered and gone over. And here's a little pansy, the Heart's Ease pansy. And there's lots of things in there for...
Let's go and have a look at these cornflowers up here.
We shall have something like, I should think 40 or 50 different species of plant flowering in here over the next 2 months before this crop's cut. And already I can look down there and see bumblebees and hoverflies popping around.
So because of the weather being so wet and so cold, this is only just the beginning.
That's right, it's quite a bit later this year. I would think a fortnight or even 3 weeks later than it normally is. But it's getting cracking now, and the weather's just warmed up this last week or two, and things are starting to happen.
So for the layman looking at this would say, Chris, why can't we have the cornfield looking like this throughout? They can still harvest the corn.
Yeah, look at the corn, where is it?
You've still got some.
Yeah.
What kind of reduction would you say? Percentage reduction?
He'll get 1.5 tons of corn to the acre off this if he's lucky, and it'll be well contaminated with weed seeds. He'll do 3 tons to the acre over there. And the fact is that there's a level at which your return becomes uneconomical. At 1.5 tons won't cover costs.
Right.
3 tons will leave profit.
So you're only ever going to get the margins being managed in this way, really, realistically?
Well, there are still a few farmers that farm organically, but they wouldn't actually put up with this level of weeds. They'd be using mechanical means to try and keep the weeds down, and they'd be using a crop rotation to try and keep the weeds down and the crop up. But if you need insect life, you need something like this. And you see, this is a very small proportion of the field, and this will be in a stewardship scheme, so John will be getting payments for maintaining this bit. And the big job will be is that the management of this strip is far more difficult than the management of the field over there. Yeah. The management of the field will be once, maybe twice over with the sprayer there. In this patch we've got to watch out for thistles and keep on top of them. We've got to watch out for grass weeds and keep on top of them, and it'll change every year. There'll be always a problem with this particular spot, and of course he's always got the problem that the weeds can move over into his what he considers his good crop as well.
But you are on the lookout for more farmers who would be prepared to do the extra work, provide the margins, so that the Cornflower Project...
We're always prepared to help, yeah. If anyone wants to have a go at something of this nature, we can initially do the surveys to see what's there, because that's the basis that we sort of start with, and then once we get to know what the land's capable of and what it's got on it to start with, we can help by introducing other plants to it. The corn marigold's particularly appropriate here because it's stronger land, a bit clayey, and indeed just over the hill there is a road called Gowland Lane, and Gowland is the old Yorkshire name for corn marigold.
Ah.
So obviously at some stage in the past that was just where they grew.